Hey, everybody. How's everybody doing? I know it's early, so I probably won't have anybody chime right on in. But if you are here, I really hope that you can hear me and that we're going to just get going. Welcome to Vision Friday. I am so excited for Vision Friday today. Just let me know how you're feeling. If you're catching the replay, please hit replay for me. Please say, "Hey Ty, I'm here for Vision Friday" in the replay. Um, Yes. So, hey, I am Ty Young. I am a creative business consultant and coach for 624 Visionaries. Well, basically, we are a company that helps you expand your vision, and we help you get your structures in place and help you uh, just turn a vision into a multi-billion-dollar business. That we're going to speak that into existence. No, but we do take your you come to us for your creative solutions, and we will inspire your $1 million ideas. So I'm very excited for today's live because I've just been working behind the scenes on some things, and I'm just ready to just really launch out there. I'm gonna get into some new things that I will be offering soon. But in the meantime, I do want to remind everybody about. So if you're watching and tuning in, just say hey in the comments. Let me know that you're here. Say I am ready for vision today. That's your word. I am ready for vision today. So yeah, if you are just like housekeeping, just the reminders. If you don't know, now you know. Haven't checked out my book, How I Fumbled 10K in Business, a guide to avoiding my costly mistakes and building a sustainable business. It is available on my website for purchase. And this is kind of like an introductory book to me and what I can offer you as a business coach and consultant. So basically, this is for my potential clients who need help just getting the rest of their foundation in order, getting help with the fumbling that they do in the beginning of their business. So if you need help in this area, this is the book that you want to purchase today. Okay, so there it is. How I Fumbled 10K in Business. And this is like some of my personal accounts and my personal insights for just what I've experienced in business and things of that nature. So yes, you can head on over to my website, 624visionaries.com, and that's where you could go and purchase the book. So again, right now what we want to do is we want to say hey in the comments, and then we also want to share with somebody that needs this live today, because we are going to be talking about some things today. We're talking about cloudy vision. That's what we're talking about today. We're talking about one of like lack of vision, because what the Bible say, without vision the people perish. And without clear vision in your business, you perish. You're going to lack something in your business. You're going to just kind of be fumbling and being all over the place. And there's a lot of factors that go into why you have cloudy vision. So that's what I want to talk about today. Why you have cloudy vision in your business. So because I've learned that if you don't have the identity, or you can't identify something, if you don't know what the root of something is or why something is happening, then you cannot correct it, you cannot fix it. So this is what I want to talk about today, uh cloudy vision and why you are having cloudy vision. Okay, so first things first, you're having cloudy vision in your business is simply because you lack experience, right? A lot of times we have ideas and we have things that we want to do in business, but because we lack experience, if you get afraid to just kind of like move forward. You don't know how to really implement new things, or um, um, transition into new things. Like a lot of new entrepreneurs right now, they're transitioning from employment to running their own business. And while they may say, okay, I've been at this business and I've been in leadership position and I've seen enough of the behind the scenes um, things that went on in that 9 to 5 business that I worked at. Oh, I know what to do. I can run a business. But that may not be enough, because there's a lot of things that you won't be able to foresee or predict, and things of that nature, in order to just kind of navigate those things. So your lack of experience sometimes can hinder you with your vision, but that doesn't have to be a hindrance, because nobody knows everything, right? So we have to get to a place where we're not allowing our lack of experience to hinder our vision. There are a lot of resources out here that can allow you to have the insight that you need. You can get a mentor, you can get a coach, you can get me, right? You can get me to help you in certain situations. Because even for me, some things that I don't have experience in, I don't let that stop me. Because why? Because I know that I'm a wealth of information, and then I'm a very resourceful person. So if I don't know something, you best believe that I'm going to find it out. And a lot of us need to learn how to develop that I'm going to find it out mentality, so that we can be prosperous in the things that we're trying to do. So even though while we're talking about business, um, this is also true for life too. A lot of us, we just get we get stifled because we just won't put forth that effort to figure something out. We want everything handed to us. We want a lot of things just told to us when we could just figure it out, right? So that's the first thing, lack of experience. The other thing that we're the reason why we have cloudy vision is because we're overwhelmed with information. Okay, there's so much information out here, like just the sheer volume of information and advice that is on the internet can be overwhelmed. And let me say this. What I recognize, because as a business coach, this is what I recognize, because I can talk to a client and we can be talking about something. They can tell me, well, oh, I saw this. Oh, I saw that. I saw this person say that. Oh, I saw this ad for this. I saw this and I saw that. You have to fine tune your laser focus when it comes to your business. You have to learn to see the things that's very important for your business and only focus on those things. You have to learn how to, as they say, chew the meat and spit out the bones, right? You have to learn how to be a sieve. Any cooks out there, anybody that cooks and you like maybe bake a cake or something, or you cook things and you need to strain things, you have to learn to become your own sieve and your own filter, so that as things is coming into your mind, and as things is coming into your brain or your information center, you have to learn to sift the things out that will cause you to be overwhelmed, and only focus on the things that can meet the need or to help you meet the need of your business at that time. So that way your vision can stay focused. Because if your vision for your business right now could be, okay, I just want to grow my audience. But then you have all of this other stuff coming in. Maybe you just want to grow your audience today, but then maybe you get stuff that's coming in about revenue building, and then you may have stuff that's coming in for, let's say, uh, business modeling, and then maybe you have something that's coming in for what's your 5-year plan. You got all these things going on, and yes, it's good to kind of have some of that information in the back of your mind. But if your focus is on building your community, building your following, building your email list, all of that other stuff right now is a hindrance, because you have to focus. Sometimes you got to just focus on one thing at a time. I'll never forget, an old manager of mine told me a quote: "How do you eat an elephant?" I remember I was being just very overwhelmed in life. I think I was going through my divorce, and just life was just life in big time. And I just was frustrated. And she just was like, "Well, how do you eat an elephant?" Elephant. And I looked at her and I was like, "What? What are you talking about?" And then she was like, "You eat elephant one bite at a time." And I laughed, but then I was like, exactly. So one bite at a time. Become your own sift and sift out all the information that you don't need right now. That's just not conducive to your progress in your business at the moment. Fear of failure. That's the third one. So cloudy vision leads to fear of failure, and you have risk aversion. So when you have a business, a lot of us don't know that you are kind of like a investor, and you are an investor, not kind of like you are an investor. You're a day trader, right? You are a you're at the gambling table. And sometimes you have to take risk, but and you have risk aversion. So some of us, we're sitting here at the table. So like, just imagine yourself. You're sitting at your table and you're trying to figure out what your plan is and this and that. But every time you think about something, um, you have thoughts of failure or you have thoughts of risk. Like you fear that you're gonna fail. And you are too conservative in your approach for your business, right? And it hinders your dreams and it hinders your big thinking. It hinders you from really just pursuing things that you need to pursue for your business because you're fearful. And I understand that being fearful, and I understand having risk aversion because it's just natural. But that's when you employ the help of like a coach or accountability partner or a consultant, because these people, because fear really is just a lack of confidence, to be honest. It's a lack of confidence in what you're doing. And so when you lack confidence, then yes, you're going to fear, and then you're not going to pursue in a way that will cause you to be successful. You're just going to be mediocre, and you're just going to have like little successes, but not enough to make you feel like you're doing something. Does that make sense? I hope that's making sense. Um, Uncertainty of the market. That's number, I think we're on 4 or 5. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. So number 4, uncertainty of the market is what's causing you to have cloudy vision. Okay. So there's uncertainty in any and everything. No way around that. Again, but we can't allow that to be like the main focus of what we're doing, because every day we wake up, we're walking into the dark. Even if we have a day plan, even if we say we're going to do this, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this, but we never know what the day will bring, right? So you can't allow just being uncertain in the market to make it difficult for you to plan long term, because what you do have to learn how to do is be an adapter, learn how to pivot and pivot quickly, because we can plan things out, but some new technology that may pop up on the scene that will totally shift your business around, and you have to be quick with it to be able to pivot and to be able to adapt. And that's where a good coach comes in. I'm shamelessly plugging myself, because that's where a good coach comes in. That's where a good consultant comes in, because as things shift, that coach and that consultant will have wisdom to be able to say, oh, okay, this new thing's coming in. This is how we're going to work it in your business. This is how we're going to use that to shift and pivot in your business and things like that. So uncertainty of market is why you have cloudy vision, but you cannot allow that to be your kryptonite in your business. Okay. This is one of my big ones. I stand on the soapbox of self-awareness. So number 5 of why your vision is cloudy is you lack self-awareness. Some of us don't know our own values. We don't know our own strengths. We don't know our own passions. And that's what causes us to struggle. When you work with me, I have you do a business SWOT analysis and a personal SWOT analysis. And a SWOT analysis is a strength, weakness, opportunities, and threats analysis. So I have you go over all of those 4 things. What are your strengths? What are your weaknesses? What opportunities do you have? And what are your threats? When you don't know those things, you're setting yourself up for failure. And a lot of us aren't aware enough to be able to, not authentically, but to be able to truthfully analyze ourselves and say, this is what I am. I spend a lot of time, and this may seem like weird or something like that, but I literally spend a lot of time. I go in my bathroom and I look in the mirror and I talk to myself, because for me, that's the safest space that I can be in, outside of prayer to the Lord, where I can have a deep conversation with myself and point out the things that's working and point out the things that's not working, point out the things where I need to hold myself accountable, point out the things that I need to make changes in all of those things, because that's the safest space that I can be in, because my judgment is a good judgment. It's not a negative judgment of myself. God don't judge me either. We can have a conversation with myself, and I can talk to myself, and then I can make corrections without the thought process and everything and the words and all of this other stuff of other people. So a lot of us aren't self-aware enough, and that is why we lack vision. Okay, this is a good one too. We're pressured to conform. Okay, that's another reason why we lack vision. We lack vision, or we have cloudy vision, because we're pressured to conform. We got social media pressure, we got industry pressure, we have perceived expectations, that just lead to all of this stuff that we that doesn't allow us to genuinely reflect what our aspirations are. It's okay to be outside of the norm. It's okay to go, because sometimes, let's just keep it real, when you're really in business and when you're really doing something for yourself, right? Sometimes you're going to go against the norms. Sometimes you're not going to look like everybody else. And that's when you have to give yourself the confidence, the permission, right, to stand out. Don't conform, because that's not always true. Because guess what? When you conform to what the trends are and the standards are and what everybody is saying that you need to do, eventually you just blend in with the crowd. Because let me tell you something. They may tell you consumers are looking for something that looks like everything else, but that is not true. Consumers are looking for something that's different, and that is gonna help them. How can I put this? If every mac and cheese box is of the yellow and orange color, and then they want to try something new, and they come to a mac and cheese box that's green, that's gonna stand out for them. And guess what? Somebody probably told that mac and cheese company not to make that box green, because people are not gonna buy it and they're gonna think it's weird, because how do you associate mac and cheese with green? But for whatever reason, something about that product is gonna stand out to people, and people gonna start buying it, and it's gonna say, did you buy that green mac and cheese? Because that mac and cheese is good. While everybody else is conforming to the yellow and orange, right? So stop being pressured to conform. Don't allow yourself to be pressured to conform. And then the number 6, I'm losing count. I got two more. Limited goal setting skills. You will be amazed at how much people don't know how to set goals. As a coach, that's something that I do teach my clients, how to properly set goals. Because when you're inexperienced in setting goals, achievable goals, that's the first thing. And that's what I mean by they don't know how to set goals, because they set these just wild things because they lack self-awareness. So they don't know what they really can accomplish and what's feasible. It's okay to set goals that's kind of like outside of your comfort zone. But when you assess yourself and when you know who you are, you know you will eventually have the ability to climb those extra steps to meet these out of comfort zone goals, right? So when you're inexperienced in setting clear, achievable goals, then your vision is vague, right? You need to have the ability to set and work towards a goal, and that is key to defining your vision. Okay. The last one is you have inadequate support and mentorship. That's another reason why you lack, where your vision is cloudy. Um, a lot of us don't have the proper guidance. A lot of us are, okay, let me put it like this. It's okay to be self-taught because I'm a self-taught person. I've always been a self-taught person. I read a lot of books. It take a lot of information. However, I still at times have to step outside of myself and allow someone else to come in and give me insight and give me their perspective from what they see from their perspective about what I'm doing, or talk through some of the things that I'm going through or just wanting to decide to do. Because when you're always in it, when you're like in it and you're at this level, you don't always see the things that everybody else see. So that's why you need mentorship. That's why you need a coach. That's why you need a consultant, even an accountability partner. If you can't afford a coach, if you can't afford a consultant, if you can't afford to be in a paid mentorship, or you have no one to mentor you around, get a good friend that you know is honest and she has enough, he or she has enough in them to stay biased and can actually give you positive insight about things that you're doing. Get somebody to help you see outside of you being in it. Because a lot of times that's what happens, and that's what makes our vision clouded. We could be running with a vision that is not authentic to what we have going on, right? So those are the 7 reasons why our vision is cloudy. You all know that I like to get in and get out, but I wanted to start that off and talk about that because I'm currently working on, well, I'm actually filming an upcoming on-demand course. So I'm taking one of my one-on-one programs, the vision strategy blueprint. I'm taking that course and I'm turning it well, that program rather, and I'm turning it into an on-demand course where you will be able to do an on-demand course, and it's a 9-week course that is self-paced. But however, the way the course is going to be designed is the program won't allow you to advance to the next step until you finish the first step, right? So it's going to be a 9-week on-demand course with an option to work with me one-on-one after you've done the course, after you've done all of your homework. Then it will we'll have an opportunity to meet one-on-one to give you further instruction for your business. So it'll be called the Vision Strategy Blueprint. Okay, the visionary strategy blueprint, and I'm currently filming that, and I'm expecting that to be released this spring. Okay, but in the meantime, in between time, if you're ready to work with me, and you're not just quite ready to be working with me on the coaching and consulting level, but you definitely know that you need to be working with me, that I encourage you and I implore you to go and get my book, How I Fumbled 10K in Business, a guide to avoiding my costly mistakes and building a sustainable business. It is currently available on my website, 624visionaries.com. And this book will definitely help you kind of like get to a foundational place in what you're trying to get to, especially if you know you're about to start a business, if you know that you've already started a business, but you've been kind of like slacking in it and doing the things that you need to do in it, this book definitely will help you kind of set your own tone. Also, it has a lot of my personal accounts in the book that will help you out in terms of just kind of like taking my relatable stories and taking my own. Sorry, my job is like, because it's snowing outside and we have to get this snow up. So I'm gonna be running out of here in a minute. Okay, but yeah, just um it's taking your personal accounts, taking my personal accounts, I'm sorry, and just giving you something that you actually can relate to. Because a lot of times these business coaches and professionals will give out all of this advice. This is why you should do this. This is why you should do that. But we never talk about our own personal experiences. So I feel like when somebody can really say, "Well, this is what I've been through. This is what I experience. This is how I overcame it." You can have better insight into how to overcome your own thing than just me regurgitating in a lot of information that you probably can Google. Because my experience, my testimony actually is more weighty than just something that you can Google, and Google can tell you something, because you personalize it more, you intake it more, you compartmentalize it more when you have someone's actual real life account to how they overcame that situation. So that's it for Vision Friday. I'm so excited that you all tuned in. If you're watching the replay, please put hashtag replay. If you were watching live, just say hey real quick. I'm gonna be getting out of here. Also share. If you got something out of this and you thought that this was very helpful, please share it to somebody else that may need to hear it. Inbox them, email them, whatever you need to do. Yeah, so I'm gonna see y'all next Friday at the same time. And I hope you all have a great Friday. I know it's snowing outside, so if you don't have to go outside, I stay in. But I'm headed out because I have a big property and we have to make sure that we get the snow up. So, hey, Midnight, you have a good day too. See you later. Okay, bye, y'all. I'm signing off.